Sean Combs, the music mogul whose career has been upended by sexual assault lawsuits and a federal investigation, was arrested in Manhattan on Monday evening, after a grand jury indicted him, according to a person familiar with the indictment who was not authorized to speak publicly. The indictment is sealed and the charges were not announced, but the person familiar with the prosecution said they believed Mr. Combs was being charged with racketeering and sex trafficking. A statement from Mr. Combs's legal team said they were disappointed with the decision to prosecute him and noted that he had been cooperative with the investigation and had voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his children, and working to uplift the black community, the statement said. He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal. A representative for the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Monday evening. Mr. Combs, 54, who is also known as Diddy and Puff Daddy, was a key figure in the global rise of hip-hop as a commercial force in the 1990s and 2000s, helping to make stars of rappers and R&B singers like the Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. But he has been under intense public scrutiny since a former girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit last November accusing him of years of sexual and physical abuse. Combs settled the suit with Ms. Ventura, an R&B singer known as Cassie, who had been signed to Mr. Combs's record label, in one day, and denied any wrongdoing. But legal pressure mounted over the next 9 months, with the filing of 5 lawsuits by women alleging sexual assault and 3 other sexual misconduct suits, all of which Mr. Combs's lawyers are fighting in court. In March, federal agents raided Mr. Combs's homes in Los Angeles and Miami Beach, Fla, stopping him at a Miami area airport and confiscating his electronic devices. The authorities made no announcements at the time, but a federal official said the inquiry was at least in part a human trafficking investigation. Federal prosecutors in New York had by that time interviewed a number of witnesses about sexual misconduct allegations against Mr. Combs, according to a person familiar with the interviews. Mr. Combs has vehemently denied the accusations in the civil suits, calling them sickening allegations from people looking for a quick payday. His lawyers have sharply criticized how the raids, which involved agents from Homeland Security investigations brandishing guns, were carried out, calling them a gross overuse of military-level force. That tone of defiance shifted after CNN published hotel surveillance footage in May that showed Mr. Combs physically assaulting and kicking Ms. Ventura in 2016. Mr. Combs posted an apology video to social media in which he called his behavior inexcusable and said he had sought out professional help. A prolific producer and gifted impresario, Mr. Combs helped usher hip-hop into the mainstream with his record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. He also created a raffish, larger-than-life media persona, throwing celebrity-filled parties and presiding over a popular MTV reality competition show, Making the Band, in the mid-2000s. And he established a lucrative brand portfolio including fashion, liquor, and a cable TV network, Revolt. For decades, Mr. Combs has been trailed by accusations of violence, though this is the first time he is known to have faced such a sprawling investigation into his conduct over a period of years. In 2001, he was the subject of a highly publicized trial